It's pretty amazing to be part of a community that cares. Donors, volunteers, lay leaders, staff members, all committed to making sure no one stands alone during their time of need, making sure that neighbors who are struggling have somewhere to turn. Every day, I am a witness to acts of selfless devotion and caring from a community that feels more like a family. I am also a witness to the immense gratitude of the clients we serve: seniors living alone, single mothers with nowhere to turn, families on the brink. Right now, I have the pleasure of sharing our collective impact over the past year, a year in which we had to pivot like never before and rise to the unprecedented challenges brought on by a global pandemic. Through it all, we never closed our doors or ceased serving neighbors in need. In the end, it's been a year that we can all be so proud of. Even in the midst of COVID, we never stopped feeding our neighbors through our Jacobson Family Food Pantry and the Adele Loeb and Les Nachman Meals on Wheels programs. From distributing 200,000 pounds of food to over 600 households through the pantry, to rapidly increasing the number of home meals delivered in partnership with JARC, we ensured that children, families, and seniors across our community did not go hungry. Above and beyond providing over $375,000 in COVID assistance, JFS also distributed over $280,000 in emergency financial assistance. This served as the lifeline that kept lights on, bills paid, and families functioning amidst a wide range of challenges. They are neighbors like Rachel, a 38-year-old mother of three who recently divorced with no child support coming in.
It was really hard for me to ask for help, even though I really needed it. JFS has helped me with so much. They even provided us with food through the food pantry. And when summer came around and school was over, the kids were home, they helped cover the cost for camp. It was allowed me to go back to work in the summer.
They are neighbors like Solomon, a 92-year-old member of a local synagogue with a variety of urgent needs.
This past year, my air conditioner went. Being alone in a house, I was just a little bit apprehensive. I have an irregular heartbeat, so if there's a problem with breathing, it affects me. I was flabbergasted. They paid for the whole thing. The way it was done was with an open heart. So I told them if I ever hit the lotto, I says, Jewish Family Services is going to get a big donation. A real big one.
We made certain that our beloved Holocaust survivors stayed connected and protected. In addition, we provided over $7.8 million for vital services such as in-home care, allowing these cherished community members to age in place with dignity and respect. The need for mental health services has dramatically risen during COVID and continues to climb. Anxiety, loneliness, depression, and grief are all on the uprise. JFS has been there every step of the way, using telehealth and online support groups. As a community, we must ensure that we manage these urgent needs without having to put those desperate for therapy on a wait list. JFS is also able to support the wider community when tragedy strikes. Recently, we've witnessed tragedies involving young people, including deaths by suicide. With just one call to JFS, our trained professionals are there to assist our community partners when they need us most. JFS will never turn a blind eye to the urgent needs of others, even those well beyond our county line. Through monumental community effort and planning, the doors of our new Toby and Leon Cooperman Therapy and Family Resource Center will open in the spring of 2022. This cutting-edge facility will transform the way we support families raising children with disabilities by creating a one-stop shop where all services and therapies can be accessed in one location. By making therapies accessible and affordable, we can best support the entire family. And then there's Kelly, a single mother whose daughter is on the autism spectrum.
JFS has been part of our life for many years. As she got older, we wanted her to have an out-of-state experience, something away from home. So I talked to everybody at JFS, and they couldn't have been more welcoming and kind to help me. I was excited to learn that JFS is going to be opening a therapeutic family center next year. If it wasn't for JFS from the very beginning, we couldn't have done it. As a single mom, it's paycheck to paycheck as it is. So when they reached out and they were able to help us, it was a blessing.
Thank you, JFS, for helping me out.
We are all so excited about the promise this new center has for our community. Donors, volunteers, lay leaders, staff, the support from this community did not falter even when so many were faced with their own challenges due to the pandemic, even amid all of the uncertainty and change this year. While we still don't know if or how COVID will continue to affect our community, there's one thing we do know with certainty. We will always be there for those who need our help, hope, and humanity. It's our mission, our promise, and our greatest privilege. With your help in the coming year, we can continue these vital services, touching even more hearts, changing even more lives, and leaving a legacy of loving kindness that will inspire generations to come.